Good.
Thanks very much for being here. You know, first of all, this is an amazing collection of your work, and I was looking through it today, and you see so many songs that you know instantly. And I was thinking to myself, if I want to get away from my job, I just don't turn on NBC at 12:35 at night. But if for any reason you wanted to get away from being Billy Joel, you don't have that power because your music's everywhere. Is that a problem for you?
It has been.
Yeah. Like, I mean, literally, I can't think of I don't think there's a jukebox in this country that you could walk into in a bar that doesn't have a Billy Joel tune. You turn on the radio, it's going to come up like every 20 minutes. It's the law, actually.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah.
I'll go someplace and they'll put on my music, and I guess it's like it's supposed to be an honor.
Right.
And I'm just trying to go out and have dinner and get away from the Billy Joel thing.
Right. So you'll actually walk into a restaurant, you just want to chill out and have a good time, and they're like, hey, and then they go and they start playing your music right to your face.
Yeah, and then the whole restaurant turns and watches you like you're going to perform it.
Yeah. And then it's sort of this pressure of, you know, it's funny, Kevin Bacon was here once, and he was telling me that whenever he goes to a wedding, the band starts to play the Footloose song, and everyone looks at him. Like, come on, rock out. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that.
You know, I went on a vacation in Italy once, and I found this really nice Italian place, kind of off the beaten path. It was near Sorrento. And it just looked right. Looked like the food here is going to be great. We walk in, and they're playing. They had an old gramophone that's playing 78s, and they're playing opera at this place. So the smell was great, the look was great, and this is going to be great.
Right.
And all of a sudden, one of the waiters recognizes me, and you hear, and you hear, "Don't go changing." I was like, no.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. I said, no. What's funny, another question I had was, okay, you've been playing some of these songs for a very long time, and they must just have been like warning to grooves in your brain. Do you ever, when you're playing one of your songs at a big concert, does your mind start to drift? I've read that, you know, some of the great sort of pop icons, their minds drift a little bit when they're playing one of their famous tunes.
Yeah, well, Just the Way You Are is a song we played for a long time. And I kind of get bored with doing it.
Right.
So when we were on stage, I haven't eaten before a show. You can't eat before a show. You can't have a full stomach. You got to be hungry up there. You know, hungry and a little lean and mean and kind of angry, and so you can do all that stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, as we get about halfway through the show, I'm starving. You know, and the audience, you know, they all ate.
Right.
So you get a little, you're kind of bugged with them. Well, you're not hungry.
Right.
And I start thinking, you know, what am I going to have? Like, don't go changing to try. Let's see, what's on the room service menu back at the hotel? You never let me down before. Maybe a burger.
Which goes, it's good that the part comes right after the burger.
Don't imagine. You too familiar? Yeah, but by the time it gets there, the fries will be limp.
Right.
I don't see you anymore. How about a club sandwich? I would not leave you in times of trouble. Club sandwich, a little salad.
Right.
Never could have come this far. Oh, great, I get Diet Coke. Great. I took the good time. And I don't know where I am.
Right.
And then what it used to be with the musicians, they'd yell at me, I guess we'll see you in the bar.
Right. Did you ever find that you've actually been saying some of that into the microphone?
Yes.
Then you're really in
trouble. And the audience makes that sound like when a prize fighter hits another guy in the chops, and you hear the whole crowd goes, whoa!
Right, when they hear you miss that line that they all know.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when I was first listening to your music, you would write a lot of songs about, you know, being Catholic, or they have references to being Catholic. And I, of course, born and raised Catholic, and I thought, oh, this guy, he's Catholic like me. He knows what I've gone through. And then I read later on that you're Jewish. No problem with that. But I was a little surprised, like, what the hell's going on, you know? Well, I'm not out singing, you know, the Jewish songs. What's going on?
I never actually said I was Catholic. I think I said, you Catholic girls. That should have been a dead giveaway. But my family's Jewish.
You're right. I didn't listen that carefully. That's the problem.
It slips by people. Yeah. My family's Jewish. All my friends are Italian, Catholic, and every girl who ever broke my heart was Irish. So that's what I am.
Right, right. So did you were you how familiar with like the
me?
Catholic religion? You know, did you go to church?
I actually I didn't have Jewish religious training. I hung out with my friends, and on Sunday everybody went to mass.
Right.
So I thought, well, that's what you did. I'm a little kid. I'll go with my friends, and we go to this place, and there's a guy hanging there, and there's.
They're giving out food at the end, you know. I'm gonna get a cookie while I'm here.
It was all very, you know, kind of scary and mystical.
Right.
And then that's what I did. I went to mass, and I went to confession. My friend said, "You got to go to confession." Oh, is that what you do? You go to confession. So I go in there, and you say,
Wait, you went into the confessional.
Yeah.
You're hanging out with your friends, and you're like, "Hey, that looks like fun. I'm gonna go in there and see what's going on."
Well, I said, where are you going? What's this confession thing? And they said, you got to go here. And this is when I found out I wasn't Catholic.
Right.
I went to confession, and I made up all this stuff. I felt up my sister. I stole money from my grandmother.
So you're just making stuff up.
I'm just winging it.
Right, right.
And, you know, I hit my mother. And
I hit my mother.
Yeah. I wanted to see how much you could push this thing.
Right, right.
So, and they said, okay, you get 15 acts of contrition and 5 Hail Marys and 17.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, good deal. I mean, so I can go out and do this all again and come back.
Yeah, and they wipe the books clean, yeah.
Yeah, and this is great. And he goes, are you a member of this parish? I said, well, I go here. And he goes, oh, were you baptized? I said, no, I don't think I was. And he chased me out of the confessional booth. I guess I'm not a Catholic.
He chased you down. I had the opposite experience, which is I grew up around, most of my friends were Jewish growing up. I got invited to all their bar mitzvahs and everything, and so I went to mostly bar mitzvahs and things like that. So there was like a 5-year period in my life where I thought I was Jewish. So I think it's good. I think confusion's a good thing.
I think it makes you ecumenical.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it's the key to world peace, clearly. Well, this is a real treat for us. My Lives, of course, is in stores now, and you got to get it. And I bet it makes a great Christmas gift.
Well, it makes a good poster.
And when we get back, you are going to perform for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. More with Billy Joel. I'll be right back.